Hi, I'm Brenda Quintana, coming to you from the Beehive at QBsQuest.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make these Hershey's slider bars using the Flourish Filigree stamp set and the Detailed Trio Punch. This stamp set is my product of the week, and I just love this Happy Christmas wishes greeting and this beautiful filigree to put in the background. They are going to be the features of my Hershey slider bar. Then the Detailed Trio Punch will allow me to punch some holes to create the slider aspect of this project. And here are the slider bars themselves. If you've never seen one of these are really cool. You pull on the ribbon and the chocolate slides out. And Hershey's chocolate bars are what I designed these for. These are the 43-gram chocolate bars. And then if you're not going to eat it right away, you can just slide it right back into its case. Isn't that pretty? This is one that I made with cardstock, and here are two that I made with designer series paper. This one just has a subtly embossed filigree on it, so the paper is really pretty, but the filigree helps anchor the greeting right here. I'm going to show you how to make the slider bar from start to finish, so let's get started. To start off with, you're going to need your simply scored scoring board, and you're going to need a piece of cardstock that I've cut to 6 inches by 6 inches. I'm using Granny Apple Green cardstock for this video because it's a little lighter and it will make it easier to see on the video. You'll put one of the sides up at the top of the scoring board, and then you're going to score 4 times at the 2.5 inch mark, at the 2 3/4 inch mark, at the 5 1/4 inch mark, and the 5.5 inch mark. Now you'll need the Detailed Trio Punch, and we're going to use this little oval right here to punch some holes into the cardstock. Take a look at this punch and you'll notice that there's a little line right down here on the end of the punch. You're going to use this to center the hole on 2 of our segments. So on this piece of cardstock, you'll have 2 wider segments and 3 skinnier segments. We're going to punch into the wider segments. So this wide segment on the end, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put the end into the punch. And I'm going to look at this centering mark right here, and I'm just going to eyeball it so it looks like it's coming down the center of the segment. And then I'm going to punch it. Then I'm going to shift it to the next wider segment, and I'm also going to use this centering mark right here and just eyeball it so that it looks like it's being punched in the center. And there you can see the 2 wider segments have been punched at one end. Next, we're going to stamp the filigree onto the cardstock, and I have chosen Granny Apple Green ink because it matches my cardstock. And I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to leave my stamp face up while I ink up this stamp. So I'm going to stamp this on one of the wider segments, and I'm going to stamp it so that it's centered. I'm going to have the 2 little skinny segments on either side of this. The stamp is actually going to stamp onto those 2 skinnier segments. So I'm just hovering it over, and then I'm going to stamp it down. So this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to take some tear and tape, and I'm going to run it down the end segment. Then let's fold this piece along all the score lines. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold over that end segment like this, and then this is going to fold over and it's going to come right on top of the segment like that. So then you just need to remove the liner and then just bring this piece over top and complete the slider cover. And then you can fold it back over so you've got room to put the candy bar in there. And now we can add the greeting to the front. So you're going to need a piece of thick Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to use my Real Red ink pad here. Open it up, and I'm going to use the greeting that says Happy Christmas Wishes. Ink it up, stamp it onto the paper, and then we're going to use the matching Pretty Label punch to punch it out. That will make making these a lot faster. When it's lined up, just punch it through. And then I'm going to flip it over and put some dimensionals on the back. These are just some little foam dots that will help raise the image off the slider cover just a little bit. I'm going to use my paper piercing tool to remove the backings. And then I'm just going to come along here and center this on the front of my cover like that. I'm going to take some red rhinestones and I'm just going to add 2 of them to the front just to give it a little bit of bling. And then we need an 18-inch length of ribbon, and I'm using Real Red Mixed Satin ribbon here. You're going to take the ribbon and you're going to feed it through the first hole. It's going to come through the inside of the slider bar, and then it's going to come out the other side. So you can see I've fed it through the slider bar cover like that. And you're just going to slide it so that the ends match up and they're even. And then I'm going to take a Hershey's candy bar. This one is 43 grams, and I bought a package of 6 of these at the local grocery store for about $4. So then you can just take the candy bar and you're just going to slide it into the cover, and that's what's going to push the ribbon down into the cover. And it's going to come all the way down to the bottom. I like to kind of tuck in this end right here so it looks a little bit more finished. And then if you need to adjust the ribbon at all, you can just pull on one of the ends to make sure it's even. And then you're just going to come and tie this into a knot at the top. So the first knot, and then I'm going to come through and tie a second knot like that. And then you'll just want to trim off the ends on an angle to make them look a little prettier. And there you go. The Hershey slider bar is all done. And isn't that cool? And so there you can see, you can make these up however you like. There's so many different ways to do it. Or you can make it just with plain regular cardstock. And the filigree makes it just fancy enough. All the supplies that you'll need to make these easy Hershey slider bars are available for purchase on my blog. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Bye for now. I love to reward my customers with free tutorials. Check out my new Hershey's Mini Christmas Tree with Gift Box. You can get this tutorial free if you place a minimum $15 order in my Stampin' Up! Store. For more details, check out my blog at cubiesquest.com and click on Rewards. Hi, it's Brenda again. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also visit my blog for more information on my projects and to learn about my rewards program, or just watch another one of my videos. Thanks for watching.